Just threw my Darth Vader robe on, went and dragged all the stuff inside, but yeah, it was cold enough that everything was, this is not the way that I want to start my morning, but it didn't take very long. I had help, so. But then I started feeling dizzy. I had to lay back down. I'm not fully awake yet. I've just kind of been in and out of it, listening to my kid do his online video class thing for the last hour or so before doing that. And then I also had the cat decide that he wanted to sleep on the heating pad, which is where my feet were, so that was obnoxious. He's still there. Jerk. I don't have a lot of goals for today, just getting stuff washed and packed for the boys to take to their dads, and getting out to the park today. It's very sunny and it's supposed to hit 61, even though it's below freezing currently. I can deal with 61. I might need a heavy coat and gloves, but I can deal with 61. This is the number that I knew I was going to get back to, along with my really messy nail polish that hasn't had time to really kind of settle in and look clean. Breakfast was 2 scrambled eggs on sola bread toast with a kiwi, and I haven't had kiwi forever, and this was perfect.
Gosh, all the Pokemon practically met up over here.
Good. It's 2 o'clock, like almost exactly, and we are headed out to go to a park where there will be much scootering and walking and lots of scootering until I, stop one of these kids, throw them off their scooter, and take off down the hill. They know I'll do it, that's why they're not complaining.
Be quiet.
So it's about 58 degrees out, but it's very clear, so it's gonna be warm, very warm. So I'm in a hoodie because it's not quite blazing hot enough for me, and that's fine. You guys want to pick up pecans while we're out there?
Why would we? Oh yeah, Bruce, I got a ghost detecting app that has.
I don't care.
Rude. I didn't have a whole lot of battery when we got to the park, but there is an enclosure with a historic old farmhouse and a barn and a couple of donkeys. And it was warm enough that the donkeys were out, so of course John came up to the fence and immediately asked in his best Shrek voice, "What are you doing in my swamp?" As we were getting ready to leave, I found this nickel on the sidewalk where Thomas Jefferson looks like a zombie, and it's from this year, so I immediately left it. It's 4:35 and I just got back. I ain't taking like pictures or video at the park or anything because mostly I was preoccupied, so never mind that. I am going to have to start making some tuna casserole soon. I am going to chance some noodles. I had a beer. Went a long walk with somebody and I had a beer, and my kids were having fun with their scooters the whole time. And I get home and I check the mail on the way into the neighborhood, and sure enough, I've got my next Birchbox. So I'm going to have to do another opening, which means I need to clear some space on my phone for that video. And I got a card from my grandpa in Wyoming. He still lives in the tiny little town where I was born. I was born in February during a blizzard, and I've never gotten warm since. Okay, let me be a little more clear. I was born during a blizzard in February in this tiny mountain town in Wyoming. And then I was immediately driven like 60 miles to an airport where they could get plane out, and then emergency flighted to Denver because of my birth defects. I've never been warm since. Not unless it's like a million degrees outside. Hello?
Gosh, my charger and headset in there.
In the car?
Mm-hmm.
The keys are there.
Did you lock it? Is the question.
Yes, I locked it. That's why I'm telling you where the keys are.
You're sure? Because when I went.
Do I need to... Really? So, I got a good workout. I got an alert that I had done my 60 minutes of active time. We walked over 2 miles. Well, the kids were scooting. We walked. It was awesome. My family. Alright, I'm getting my grandpa's Christmas card, and he always writes a nice note. So, see what it says. I don't want to show you guys the whole envelope, though, because I'm not trying to give anybody my grandpa's number, address, something. It's got a bear on it. Peace on earth. That's lovely. A bear with mistletoe. And let's see. Peace to you in all you do this holiday season, and always Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Love, Grandpa. Okay. I guess not a note this year. He's got a lot going on this year. But that was cool. So much fun. The tuna casserole came out just perfect. I did go light on the noodles, 2 cans of cream and mushroom sauce, 4 cans of tuna, and a little bit of the tuna water put back into it, along with cheese and Sola breadcrumbs. It's 11:22, and I'm actually not doing too bad tonight. Although I do have to stay up a little bit longer because I'm waiting for the tooth fairy because somebody lost a molar today. And, you know how that goes. That little snot, if she gets in, tries to take his tooth, of course, I have to be ready to go with the fly swatter. She has evaded me every single time up until this point, but I really feel like tonight's the night. Hopefully I won't fall asleep on the job. We have a long-standing tradition of trying to trick the tooth fairy, or at least my older son has. He had taken his tooth and wrapped it up in toilet paper, because of course he was 5 at the time. Put it inside of a plastic egg, and then he duct taped the egg shut. When he got up in the morning, though, somehow that tooth had been switched out for $1 worth of coins. I'm told molars are worth $5. I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight, but this era is gonna soon come to an end, I'm sure, so gotta make the most of these things while it lasts. I kind of want to watch an episode of Turn, but I also kind of want to try to get myself on track and go to bed early. I'm so bad about fighting my alarms. I got like 15 different alarms that go off every morning. And I've gotten to where I can shut them off and then go back to sleep. And it's like I don't even think about getting up. That is what this year has done to me. Used to be I'd be getting up at 5:30 every morning, getting stuff rolling, and then getting my kids up at 6, getting them ready to get on the bus at 7, but no. No, not this year. Not since spring break started in March. Next year, they should both be at the middle school, which at least has a later drop-off time. But then again, oh man, this is going to be a mess. Right now, I just need to focus on what's going on tomorrow, which is getting the boys all set. I did not get very much done, didn't make much headway at all with the laundry and getting duffel bags packed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drag them into taking some more responsibility for themselves. But if I let them pack their own stuff, then they're gonna wind up going to Dad's with a whole bunch of electronics, 3 pairs of shorts, and exactly 0 of the long pants that he asked them to bring. So that's what tomorrow looks like. And encouraging them to focus on whatever missing schoolwork they have and not focus on the school class Christmas parties that they're not getting to attend. This has not been an easy year for anybody, but I really feel bad for the kids right now. I will be picking them up again on the 26th, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my time in the meanwhile. Overall, I would say it was a good day. I'm gonna continue to watch my calories, up my exercise, take my meds, and bring my carbs up to a normal level, but probably not so much where sugar is concerned, like actual sugar. Let's see where I am in a week. I feel like this is, diet-wise or health-wise is like kind of a precarious time because I don't really know what I'm doing. I have given up on trying to get my weight down before. I've never managed to get to this point intentionally, nor carefully, nor reasonably, and I feel like I may have rushed things a little going to restarting carbs. I don't feel like I'm done, but I also feel like I can't let it get too low. I have gotten too low on accident before. It's been a very long time, but it has happened, and that's concerning. Maybe I've got some reading to do. Look up what the heck I should be doing instead of just winging it. When I did my cheat day in August, I had, I think it was 1 slice of bread and about 1/3 of a cup of milk in my coffee, and that had made me feel sick. I haven't had any really regular bread. I think I've been adding carbs back in other ways. The noodles were not too difficult tonight. The beer this afternoon was not bad at all. But the sugar in that Reese's cup last night made me feel so sick. It'd probably be a better idea if I continue to hold off on the sugar, the processed sugar, as much as I want a donut. I don't want to feel queasy like I did after that Reese's cup. Which makes me wonder about, pancakes, actual maple syrup, or I'm going to be stuck with that really watery but otherwise absolutely delicious salted caramel syrup. I wouldn't actually mind that. Like if I could have regular pancakes with butter because you add fat and it kind of helps you process, and then the 0-calorie salted caramel syrup on top. That would be fine by me. I could eat that regularly, just anytime, but I don't know where this is gonna go. I think some of the habits that I've changed, switching to Swerve in my coffee rather than sugar, cream instead of milk, or the dry creamer that I was doing for a while. I kind of need to use that up, but lately I've just been budgeting the calories for a little bit of cream in my coffee. I think some of these habits are going to stick. I don't feel any need to change them, even though at this point, since I'm just trying to be wary of calories rather than the carbs, I could have pancakes in the morning and just, log it, but I don't want to. I think for right now, fruit and the occasional carefully monitored noodles and stuff, beer, I think that'll be fine. It was a little bit much today, though, I will admit, even though my percentages on my app show that I am getting, instead of the 55% carbs that is for some reason recommended for me, I've still got fairly even amounts of carbohydrates versus fats versus proteins. Like, it's almost cut into even thirds. So I'm still comparatively low carb despite the noodles and the beer and the fruit today. Keep an eye on what I'm doing and see what happens. But due to the amount of carbs I had today, I think tomorrow morning I'm probably going to get some coffee and maybe have one of my diet shakes just to get the calories going, because I really did not have a regular breakfast today. I pretty much skipped and then had those eggs around lunch. Well, eggs, toast, and that kiwi. That kiwi was perfect, though. It was one of the, I think it's Sun Gold or something like that. It was yellowish instead of green, but it was really, really good. Okay, I'm ending this at 11:35, so I think I'm going to go ahead and watch one episode a turn, and then I'm going to call it a night. So, thanks for sharing my date with me.